Hello, everyone. I am an astrologer, fitness instructor, and a martial artist here to help people live their most empowered and compassionate lives. So, today I'm here to talk to you about the strengths and the weaknesses of the signs of the zodiac. Now, why am I going to bother doing this? Let me backtrack a little bit and explain my perspective on everything. So, everyone has their strengths and their weaknesses. And it's really easy to look at that as kind of a yin and yang thing, like here's the good, here's the bad. But what if they're really kind of intermingled and they're one and the same? Well, I believe that even our bad personality traits come from good intentions. And those good intentions are at the core and the very root of our personalities. And they are waiting to come out to manifest positive things into our lives, but sometimes they just come out at times that are inappropriate. And they come out in ways that don't actually serve us. But we all have good reasons for being the way that we are. Do we not? I think we all do, even if it's just in our own heads. We all think we have that good intention or that good reason for being the way that we are. And sometimes it just becomes stubbornness. It becomes force of habit. It becomes something subconscious that we've lost control over. That we are no longer in control of our destiny. We are no longer using our strengths to the best of our ability. And instead, we're letting those things that were meant to be strengths come out as weaknesses. So that is something that I want to help everyone with. And I don't want to just help you for you and your own sake, but I also want to help you in your love life and your relationships, because I feel that we really need to understand people in order to be happy and in order to have healthy, meaningful relationships. So just to really delve into this and get a little bit more personal with you, I'm going to use some examples. And I'm going to make myself vulnerable by using examples from my own life. So first I'm going to make this very literal and physical, even though it's such a big spiritual topic for us to go over. So my physical fear is of heights and falling. So I usually avoid heights. And I have good reason for doing that, because if I go up somewhere high and I fall, I could get badly injured. Something really bad could happen. I could die. I could break a bone. I could dislocate something. You don't know what's going to happen when you fall from somewhere up high. So I have a perfectly good reason for being this way. You can't just make me not be afraid of heights, right? But what if I was in a big building and it was on fire, and I was up on the 4th floor, the 6th floor, somewhere way up there. And the only way that the fire department was able to rescue me was by having me jump onto one of those big cushioned blow-up things that they have. I don't actually know what they're called. Let me know in the comments below if you know what those things are called, because I don't. What if that was the only way for me to save myself? And that was the only way that I could help myself. But because of my fear of heights, I was still paralyzed and unable to do it, because it's so rooted so deeply into me that I just can't change it in that moment. That would be very unfortunate. So that is one way that a positive intention for myself can turn into a negative thing if I let it come out at the wrong time, if I use it in the wrong way, if I don't learn to be aware of it, accept it and acknowledge it. And then after that acceptance and acknowledging, maybe I can learn to make it into what it actually needs to be. But here's another example, a more personal example that would actually affect my relationships on a day-to-day basis. So I am a Leo, which is the sign of self-expression. And Leos can be very loud. We really like to express ourselves, whether it's through art or verbally or what have you. And I really feel like people in my life need to hear my message. Okay, well, let's say that I really made someone upset. I perhaps really hurt their feelings. And instead of giving them time to cool off, I felt that it was so important and so urgent for me to talk to them that I decided, well, I didn't even decide, but I, with my lack of awareness and my subconscious mind and my habits controlling my behavior, I ended up, perhaps without even intending to, I ended up completely invading their space, pushing their boundaries, not respecting their boundaries just because of my own personal kind of bad habits. Well, it's not that I had bad intentions for that person. It's not that I wanted to hurt them or disrespect their boundaries or anything like that. But it's just that I had these habits that came from good reason, that came from my idea of what it means to have a good, healthy relationship and what that will require me to do. And I was trying to achieve those things, but I completely did it in the wrong way just because I didn't understand my own personal strengths and weaknesses. So in order for us to have more productive, more meaningful, more healthy relationships, more compassionate lives, more compassion for ourselves and more compassion for others, we need to understand our strengths and weaknesses. So another one of my weaknesses right here is that I was nervous about making this video. I am actually worried that it cut off right now, but in good faith, I'm going to keep talking. So I just want to make sure that I actually covered everything. If you want to be the best version of yourself, you are going to have to understand your weaknesses as well as your strengths and honor the intentions. This is important. Honor the intentions behind those weaknesses, because you have to have compassion for yourself as well to be able to prosper in love and in life. And some aspects of relationships can happen naturally, you know, that chemistry and all that passion, that initial attraction. But a lot of it actually comes from effort, and we should place value in our differences between us and other people because there's a lot to learn from that. There's a lot of ways that we can grow from that. So another thing that I am trying to work on is my self-promotion a little bit. So I'm going to plug in my Patreon down there in the description. If you want to help me out and support me in making these videos, I would so appreciate it. It would mean a lot. And when you subscribe to my Patreon, you get access to my 30-minute long Venus in the Signs videos. You can maybe even get access to my Juno videos and some of the more risque, if I will, videos that have not been deemed appropriate for the public on YouTube. One more thing is if you would like to be able to work out from home, nice and convenient, right? And you need something to really push you to get yourself to that point where you're focusing more on your health, you are welcome to join me for a small subscription fee on my online fitness group where I teach classes online. So go ahead and contact me through Facebook and message me about that if you are interested. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I will be back with the videos for each of the signs very soon. Bye.